Welcome back to the show. I apologize to any actors that were watching the previous segment on behalf of all of us here at Rogers TV. My apologies. JT Morris, he is the general manager of Orpheus Musical Theatre, joins us back again, but this time actually talking about, you know, quality entertainment.
Well, that was entertainment. Let's be clear about that.
Thanks for doing this, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That was a great idea.
It's lots of fun. So that's your latest production. Before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about Orpheus. I mean, for people, you know, everybody in this city should know about Orpheus, but for people that don't know, it's a long history here in the city of Ottawa, right?
Long history. It's been around since 1906. It is Canada's longest running community musical theatre. So 117 years old now, if I did that math correctly, run entirely by volunteers, putting on 3 big budget shows at Meridian Theatres at Centre Point.
What brought you to Orpheus?
It's funny. I actually went to Orpheus 20 years ago now. 20 years ago.
20 years, yeah.
A friend of mine was auditioning for a show, and he was nervous to go alone. So I said, yeah, I'll go with you and do the audition with you. And we both got in. And it's one of those things. I went off to be an actor as well, but whenever I was back in Ottawa or whenever I was in between gigs, I would do an Orpheus show because high quality, I could still practice my craft. Long story short, met my wife there, and
nice.
That's history.
Do you remember that first production, what it was?
I do. It was called Annie Get Your Gun.
Annie Get Your Gun.
Yeah, it's definitely a show you can't do anymore. We'll just say that.
Okay. Let's just leave it at that then. You'll see much better acting in the upcoming Mary Poppins, which, by the way, is pretty cool because my former co-host, T.L. Rader, and her daughter, Sienna, have parts, right?
Exactly. I think she took your audition slot.
Oh, okay. Well, and it's a good thing. But this is Mary Poppins, probably like people have never seen before, right?
It really is. I mean, one of the things that I warn people about is that if you love the Disney film, you're going to like this show for sure because it has some of the songs you recognize and some of the characters, but it's actually more based on the novel. So it's a totally different story in many respects. A lot of those songs have been relocated, but nevertheless, you're going to see the thing that you love about Mary Poppins with a whole new aspect to it. And on a stage is really a different dynamic than watching it on the screen.
So new in what way? Is the plot a little bit different?
A little bit, yeah. There's like the 2 characters you and Abby played in that last one, they don't appear in the movie, and they are pretty large supporting characters in the show with storylines of their own.
Right.
There's a bit of a darker twist to it as Mary tries to get the kids rooted into a form of discipline. But also Bert is a much more substantial character in the show than he is in the movie, and acts as a narrator throughout. So it's pretty exciting.
I mentioned 2 cast members, but this is a big cast, right? Walk me through, how big is this cast and crew?
42 people.
Really?
Is the size of the cast. Crew, I mean, we're already at over 100 volunteers, and we're still looking for more for this show.
You need more still?
We
okay,
still
well,
need
there's the call to action there if you're interested. The website will come up on screen for everybody there. The music, is there different music than what you would see from the Disney classic?
Yeah, it has some of the songs that you recognize. Spoonful of Sugar's in there, Supercalifragilistic's in there, and a couple of others. But it was written as a musical in 2004, 2005, and a couple of new songwriters came in to add music and sound a lot like the original film. But it's definitely songs you're not going to recognize.
You're directing this. Have you directed in the past? Tell me what that role is like for you.
I have. This is only my 2nd time directing with Orpheus, but I've directed with other places here and there over the years when I was interested. I don't direct often because for me it has to be a show that I feel like I can do something with it in a different way, or at least give the cast and the crew in it an experience they're never going to have again in their life. And I thought with this show for Orpheus, it's the first time we're flying people. It's the first time we have such technical, magical moments. It's really going to be such a great opportunity for volunteers, so I couldn't pass it up.
And you've got 2 more shows coming up, is that right?
We do. So in March we run Dreamgirls, and we end the season off in June with The Wizard of Oz. So it's a massive season.
Wow. I mean, you've chosen some big ones, man. That is amazing. Oh, here, they're right there. Mary Poppins, Dreamgirls, and the Wizard of Oz. Something else we want to talk about today, too, is Orpheus Schoolhouse. Tell me a little bit about this. Is a great program you guys put on.
It's fantastic. It's a program we launched through the pandemic to stay relevant and stay open, and it ended up being something so great that we keep it going. So we do accredited arts education for children and youth often from low-income families
Okay.
or who can't afford it. Anybody is able to take part, but essentially you're getting the lowest price arts education in town from the top instructors we could find. And we have a pricing structure where you can pay the full amount, which is still the lowest price in town, or you can pay what you want, or if you just want to take the course and you can't afford it, give me a call, no questions asked, you can take the course.
And is there a certain age criteria?
Yeah, so what we're starting on Sunday is musical theater vocal performance with
Okay.
Stacey Ingray, who's a top instructor in colleges and universities and in town, and Wendy Berkelar, who's a local legend on the piano.
Yeah.
And so this is for ages 8 to 13. And we have another group for 14 to 18. And what they do is learn how to break a song down for audition pieces, how to bring character into it, how to sing as an ensemble a bit, and not take the spotlight all the time. So it's really exciting.
I didn't get a call to help with the instruction. I'm I'm shocked, JT.
You know, my list is so long, Derek. I'm sure it's there, right? I'm working through the B's of the alphabet.
Okay, I gotcha. You have a full season subscription. Yeah, so not only just, I imagine there's probably a discount price sort of thing for a full
Huge
subscription.
discount.
Okay.
I mean, it's the best musical theater deal in town, no question. You can buy to one show or two shows, but that's going to be more expensive than buying to three shows. If you buy a subscription to all three, it's $45 cheaper
Wow.
than buying single tickets, which means you're getting one show for $5.
The run of Mary Poppins. What's the run, and where can people see it?
November 17th to 26th at Meridian Theaters at Center Point, and tickets are on sale now. We've already sold over 4,000. That's half the
Wow.
theater, so they're flying, no pun intended. So hop online, orpheusmusicaltheater.ca.
Well, congratulations. I know rehearsals are ongoing still, and it's a magical time, right?
It
When you're
really
putting
is.
together something like this, I can just see it, the energy from you. So to all of those volunteers, again, this is volunteer community theater, but I'll remind everybody, you will not find better theater. I mean, it is absolutely professional theater. As JT just said, get your tickets fast because they will sell out. We'll be back with more right after this.